workers, industrial major unions, which could also be, I guess, also certain types of service workers would be organized in these unions. Then we would count that as industrial workers. Of course, it's a bit hard to. So we could have said the urban working classes. Sometimes it's hard to distinguish also some of the service sectors from the middle classes. So we tend to have, for example, small shop owners. We place that in the middle classes instead. So basically, in many countries, you have manufacturing workers, major unions, and miners.
Kind of thanks for the presentation. I have a kind of a similar question. One is, and you just answered that, but I think it's important for the contribution you're trying to make to debate. I think it's very different to make an argument about unions and to make an argument about industrial workers. Those are two different things. So I would push on like clarifying which one you're, and kind of the debates are essentially on unions, not on industrial workers. And that brings me to a second question that has to do with how much your findings like travel to contemporary work. Right? On the one hand, because there are not that many industrial workers. Second, because what remains of the industrial proletariat today is kind of the political base for the right in many countries, particularly in Europe and in the US too. So, how much does you think does the argument travel? And it also really like to like recall me this argument that Kurt Weyland has in terms of waves of democratization and like mobilization and regime outcomes. And his argument, if I'm not wrong about how I recall it, is it's not what matters is not that much how much mobilization you have, but after mobilization, how to what degree intermediate institutions are present to mediate the negotiations that then come at the immediate layer, right? And if you take also an historical perspective, those intermediate institutions were in place in post-war Europe, for instance, and many other places that are kind of decaying elsewhere, right? Political parties and so on. So it's more the link between mobilization and intermediate institutions that we lack today.
That's such a great question. Actually, we have, so this is not something that we study in this paper, but it's something that we have just received money for a research project on which groups mobilize for and against democracy, and looking then at the role of institutions. So I think there are two key ways to integrate this with a kind of argument. So one would be, okay, so these institutions, perhaps particularly if there's a clear-cut regime breakdown and something new comes in place, or a new constitution, a new council or whatever. So both institutions come in place, whether or not there are elections, for example, it's probably contingent on exactly who these opposition groups were that mobilized. So in a sense, you could think of it as possibly an indirect effect. So it might just be that some of the things that we are picking up here could be that the urban middle classes are just putting in place, let's say, some kind of elections that are organized in a particular manner, or some kind of constitutional setup that tends to appear more often after those mobilizations, rather than, for example, when peasants mobilize. So that might be the case. The other point is that it could be an interaction effect. So it could be that some of these institutions are in place, you have mobilization, and exactly how mobilization is going to translate into democracy depends on the institutional structure. So that would be an interaction effect, and that's also very likely, but we don't look at that in our paper. So I just don't know. In terms of unions versus industrial workers, so we are basically capturing both in our coding. So we haven't separated that. That's also something that we want to look more carefully at, and called organizations versus social classes without particular organizations. And I think you're right. I mean, much of our story is more about it's not so much about manufacturing as such, even though it helps to have a lot of people. The fact that you are organized in a union is often a function of being located together in a large factory hall or having some kind of coherent geographical location. But I think the fact that you have organizations in place, that you have incentives to broaden out power to a larger set of relatively poor people. I think those are the features that we think are theoretically interesting. So it's not so much about manufacturing in itself, it's more about urban workers. And then the question on, yeah, I think that's, could this be changing over time? So if you have political parties that are basically adopting industrial workers under different ideological umbrellas and mobilizing them for other purposes, then obviously they might very well have a different effect. So I mean, we did some analysis where we tried to split up the sample in our paper, so we didn't see such degrading effect, and it was also quite consistent across regions. But again, it's hard to do this in a very fine-grained manner in our analysis. So I can only speculate, and I think I'm afraid that you might be right. This relationship could be weakened. At least in certain post-industrial contexts, such as the Western European, for example.
I have two questions. You look at the composition of campaigns in terms of social classes, but what about other explanations like conservative party, like CSCW? And the other question is, there's a correlation, but what about the causal mechanism? How urban groups led democratization? I've read about democratization a lot here, studying my PhD, but of course there's a lot of papers and books that I haven't read. So I'm very interested of why you guys selected the, I don't know if I can say causal mechanism, but why did you guys choose about campaigns and not, I don't know, looking political parties?
Yeah. So one, I guess we came at this from some genuine interest in what happens when there is mass mobilization going on, and it's also something about the possibility, since it's a fairly limited number of campaigns, especially and temporarily, it was easier to go in and code these campaigns. And for example, we were very comprehensive coding of the basis of certain political parties. That's also something we struggle with, for example, in the V-Dem project, where we have measures on party institutionalization. But think about it, once you start, and now there's been some coding done on different parties going back to 1970. But it's a tremendous job once you have like 10 parties and you try to call all of them. So that's one reason. The second one is that this is something that can be observed across regimes, whereas for parties, of course, in some systems, especially historically, there were no parties, and parties may also be very different. An opposition party is very different in a democracy from an authoritarian context. So that also a bit difficult. But so this is not to say that parties are irrelevant, and very often you have opposition parties joining in and mobilizing. So opposition parties often then representing one of these social groups being drawn in, and we will see that in our sources, for example, when you have particular opposition parties joining in. So that will then be part of our scheme in a sense. So I guess that's my answer is this is just one explanation, and by no means say that parties are unimportant. Sometimes they are actually contributing to this very mobilization that we are capturing. But it's a bit harder to measure across contexts. The second one about the causal mechanisms, we are fairly silent on like, so we have a theoretical argument on what is going on, and you might, in future studies, we could look even closer into different outcomes. So for example, the data that I showed you on on the different ways that machines break down, I think if we wanted to disaggregate more and see whether or not this is a guided liberalization, whether it's just mass uprising and revolutions that typically occur after, say that industrial worker campaigns tend to lead to uprisings, whereas middle class campaigns lead to guided liberalization, where the elites are part of negotiation. I think that would tell us something more about the mechanisms. We wouldn't get fully there, but I think there are several things we can do to kind of push the explanations further. One thing that we do look at in the paper is related to as we looked at both the campaign size and cross-class coalitions. And it seems to be that these urban campaigns are both larger, and they're also typically, when one of these groups dominate, they typically tend to have cross-class coalitions, so broad coalitions. It's a little bit unclear whether that's an alternative explanation or whether it's part of our mechanism, because in our theory we say that some groups are just better at organizing collective action, better at having organizations that build bridges to others. So we tend to think of the urban middle classes, for example, as perhaps they have the skills and the resources to build broad coalition with different social actors and build large campaigns. And this is part of the reason why we see democratization. So I think that's something that our tests indicate is part of the explanation of this. But other than that, we don't go very far into the mechanisms.
Thank you.
So thank you very much for the presentation. It was very interesting. I have a brief question, and perhaps this is something that I missed. Did you also code how the different social groups we are looking at, did you code if they were against the opposition movement too? Because they can be supporting it or opposing. Did you code that? And if you did, how did you answer that in Vermont?
So that's I really like that question, because it points to some of the things that we want to continue on with this continued project. So we have a different scheme, and this is actually part of the V-Dem data collection, what we called so-called regime support coalitions. So that's part of a different coding, but the idea there is that we're trying to capture the social composition of mobilized opposition groups, but we're also trying to capture the social composition of regime supporters. And that's basically part of the V-Dem coding. So what we're doing there, because that pertains not only to exactly when opposition is mobilized, but it pertains to like all situations. Also when it's completely calm, we want to know if it's the aristocrats or the urban middle classes or the military that are the main supporters of the regime. So then we ask country experts, the V-Dem country experts, basically to identify. Because it's in these opposition groups, it's often very visible who mobilizes. So you can see who are part of the protesters. I think when it comes to identifying regime supporters, it's very hard. I think it's much better to have the true country experts. It's somewhat harder to identify who the supporters are. So that's actually in the V-Dem dataset right now, where we have coding on the regime support groups, we call them, and which is the most important group. That's also something we're going to expand those data going forward. So we're going to spend a lot of time to try to improve those data.
Thank you.
¿Alguna preguntita? Yo tengo una pregunta. I have a last question, and then you're set free as a bird, because we are almost on time. But regarding your future agenda, I was, as someone who does methods as well, I was a little bugged about how small in magnitude the finding is. Very, very robust, but very, very small. And I was wondering whether you have considered exploring hazard rates through survival models, because that might give you a sense of how these middle classes and industrial lobbies can become explosive in time. I mean, it's not the same having a campaign of 1 year than having a campaign which lasts for 5 straight years.
Yeah.
And that might give you lots of areas to explore, in particular, if someone asks you, did someone ask about the magnitude of the effects?
Yeah, so I have a couple of, so I think one of the reviewers maybe was you.
No, it wasn't.
No. Just joking. Yeah, so I think one thing to remember here is that we're controlling for the lagged lag level of polarity. So this is basically, so these are models that look at, so there's an ongoing urban campaign in year T. So what's the change in year T plus 1? And as you said, these can be ongoing for many years. And what we do tend to find, so this is measured in T plus 1, whenever we shift and look at the more long-term outcome, as we would expect, measuring it 5 years after gives a much stronger, more robust result, and also a larger size. So that's part of it. The other thing is that this is indeed an average effect. And what you do see for several of these campaigns is that they often, even the urban middle class and industrial worker campaigns, not all of them give change, right? So some of them lead to regime change. And then I think it's a very good idea. We could have explored either survival model or logic models on certain kinds of regime breakdown and looked at that. So we did with logic models and binary democracy measures. And then we get some results that indicate some more substantive impact in terms of probability of democratization, going from 0 to 1 version of the result measure, for example. So one reason why I think it's okay to look at the continuous one is that sometimes we're interested in these more minor changes that will not be picked up by the binary indicators. So for example, if you have a regime that grants some kind of liberalization, but still maintains power in concession to an opposition campaign. And this is something that we pick up with the presentation. But again, I think the timing and inclusion of the lag DV and the fact that this is year to year is the cross-sectional measures give much stronger results.
Yes, so a campaign that lasts 5 years would be that coefficient times 5. Pretty much.
Yeah, so this setup is a bit strange, right? Since you're looking at it.
Yeah, but it's incremental.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. Okay, I see.
Yeah. But I would then, I think maybe looking at the cross-section results, or the ones where we introduce the longer lags. So what happens 10 years from now if we have, that will give you the better point estimates. So we're very much focused on statistical significance.
Yes.
So we're very guilty of that in that paper.
Yes. And in the appendixes. Thank you very much, Carl. I don't know if someone has a question. We still have time for one more. No? So thank you so much. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. you will be discussing your other article. Everybody is welcome if you want to assist on the social component of social agendas, the socialist component of social agendas. Thank you very much again. I hope people in Skype and Facebook enjoy the presentation as well. And see you tomorrow.
Thank you for the questions and thank you all for coming.
Thank you.